trying to give you some terms. Like, this is not English class where you need like vocabulary words, right? I want you to think of today's lesson as like, think about it. If you went to a Spanish speaking country, right, and you didn't know how to speak Spanish, you would be really, really, really lost. Everybody else would be talking to each other in Spanish and you would just be confused, right? So we have, just like Spanish, we have musical languages. And so in order for us to speak the same musical language, there's some basic definitions and terms that we all need to know. So if I talk about pitch, if I talk about rhythm, if I talk about dynamics, if I talk about genre, I need you to know the term. Or is she frozen? Who froze? Me? Mrs. All right, mine should be coming back now. Give it a second. Give me a thumbs up. Can you see me, hear me? Am I still frozen? No, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so let's get into our first definition for pitch. If I'm you, I'm typing the definition of pitch in my Google Classroom document. So the pitch is just or how low a musical sound is. All right, the pitch is how high or how low a musical sound is. I know it's kind of silly, but that's a good way to remember it. Okay, so go ahead and get this definition down. Take about 30 seconds to finish typing it. Please don't misspell any words because Miss Izzy has spelled it right on the slide. So make sure you're typing very carefully. Take another 10 seconds and then thumbs up when you have this definition in your notes. I will also drop the definition in the chat because I'm going to change the slide and I know some people might still be typing. So it's how high or how low a musical sound is. So I'm getting ready to show you an example of pitch. Here we go. So the singer that you're about to hear, I want you to tell me, is the pitch getting higher or lower as the song goes on? You will be typing in the chat as you listen. Here we go. Is it getting higher or lower? Miss Izzy likes to pretend she's an opera singer from time to time. Yes, everybody in the chat who I see responses from, excellent, excellent job. Everybody earning those 5 points for class today. Excellent. Her pitch was going higher. So the more the song played, the higher and higher her pitch went. So sometimes we have, thank you, Rihanna. It sounds like I froze for a second. Sometimes you can have really low pitches, really high pitches, or even pitches that are in the middle. So that's an example of pitch. Let's go to our next term for today. Dynamics. Do I have anybody who was in my class last year who remembers or can describe dynamics in their own words? You could type it in the chat or say it out loud. Dynamics. Dynamics. I'll give you about 10 seconds if you want to type it in the chat if you think you know. 5 seconds. I know it's been about 6 months since we've talked music for my kids from last year.
I think that dynamics are gonna be like the different sounds, like different sounds played by different like guys.
You're on the right track, Malik. You're definitely on the right track. Here is, I'm gonna fill in sort of the gaps that you left out. These are the elements, and everybody should be typing. So I automatically saw, let me see who I see getting to work, because some people I haven't even had to say anything to. Trenton is already getting his definitions down. Excellent job. Imari, Brianna, make sure you get your camera back on for me. So dynamics, this is just how we add life or character or color to a piece of music, right? I want you to think about it as a cupcake, right? If I make cupcakes from scratch, I'm probably not going to make a cupcake with no icing, with no like frosting, no sprinkles. Like that's very boring, right? And dry. Dynamics is like when I put the icing on it and I put frosting and the sprinkles, and I might add a cherry. That's what we do to music. So while you all are getting your definition down of dynamics, Miss Izzy is actually going to play Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now, I'm going to play it in two different ways, and I want you all to tell me which one you think has the better dynamics. Which one sounds like it has color and character and spice, and which one sounds dry. I want you to vote with your fingers, 1 or 2, or you could type it in the chat. So here's the first one. That is your first version of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now I'm going to play a second version of the same song. Tell me which one you think has more character and color to it, more spice. Go ahead and vote or put it in the chat. Which one do you think has the better dynamics? I can see it, or you can put it in the chat. I see y'all, my little spam chatters. I see you. So most of y'all are saying 2, and you are absolutely correct. I want somebody really brave and bold to tell me, why was 2 like the better dynamics? Like, why did it have more color? What did you like more about it? Malik, I'm going to go to somebody else because I've heard from you a couple of times. Let me hear from a king or queen that I have not heard from today. Cyrus, you got it, brother.
So, I liked about version 2 is that how it was faster and it had more like high pitch and how it was like more cheerful. While number 1 was slow and it didn't seem like that nice.
Yeah, you're on the right track. Can I see some agree symbols if those are your reasons? That's what you were thinking as well. Excellent job. I see all these agree symbols in the chat. That first version wasn't bad. It was just dry and boring. And I don't know if I would want to listen to that all day, right? The second one was just more fun and exciting to listen to. Go ahead and make sure you have dynamics in your notes. I will go ahead and put the definition in the chat real quick. Elements used to add character and color to a piece of music. And I'm going to move on. If you didn't get the definition, it's in the chat. Let's move on. I want to show you an example. You do not have to write these down. I just want to show you where we're going in our class this year. What you see on the screen, what you have, when you get to sheet music, when y'all start reading sheet music, this is a piece of music that I'm working on right now, a classical piece. When you look at the music, there's all of these like foreign language words at the top that tell you how the composer wanted you to play it, whether they wanted you to play it really soft or really loud or kind of in the middle. So here's a question. What language are these words on the left? I'll give you a hint. Piano, pianissimo, mezzo piano, forte, fortissimo, mezzo forte, forte, sforzando, crescendo, diminuendo. What language, and I want to hear from a king or queen that I have not heard from. You can... Oh, there we go. Rayana, what'd you say?
Spanish.
Not Spanish.
It's Italian.
It's Italian. Yes, it is. So guess what? I know this isn't an Italian class, but you are gonna be learning how to speak a little Italian while you're in my class too, right? So you're gonna add to the different languages that you'll be learning throughout your life. And in music, we use the language Italian. You don't have to write these down, but soon y'all are gonna have all of these memorized. You're gonna have every single one of these memorized and even more than this, all right? My people from last year, you should recognize those from last year. All right, tempo. I see you, Malik. Tempo. I'll get to your question in a second. Tempo. Malik, get us started with tempo. What's tempo?
Tempo is like how fast it is, or how like the beat.
It's like the speed, exactly. And you pretty much took the words right from my slide. How fast or how slow a musical sound is. How fast or how slow a musical sound is. I love from Rihanna, I'm getting to see her agree symbols. Excellent job. Thank you, Miss Tran. Yes. Let's get this definition down. How fast or slow a song or piece is. Now, there's a definition for you in the chat. When I refer to a piece, I'm talking about a song. So just so you know, we're speaking that musical language. If I ever say, what a beautiful piece of music, Cyrus, that just means what a beautiful song you just wrote or played. That's all I mean by piece. So you can use either word. I'll give you another 20 seconds to get this definition down. Thumbs up if you already have it. Some of y'all are like lightning fast typers and you already have it. Excellent job. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Now, you know I'm going to give you an example of tempo, right? Here we go. The question, as you know, every time we get ready to watch something or listen to something, I'm always going to give you a question that I want you to think about as you watch and listen. The question for you is, does the tempo of the song affect how much you like or dislike the song? All right, here we go. There it is in the chat. Does the tempo of the song affect how much you like or dislike the song? Okay, here we go. So already you should start to get a vibe. Very good, everybody. Very slow. Cyrus. But watch what happens. Watch what happens right here, y'all. What's starting to happen now? Type it in the chat. Now I'm going to pause you and I'll speed you along. Some of y'all are saying that the tempo is getting faster. Is it getting faster or is it getting more intense? You be the judge. Here we go. It's loading. Listen to Miss Covey. So that's just a little clip. So my question is, just because it's slow, did you dislike the song or did you like it? Thank you for that, Shine Malik. Did it make it bad because it was a slow song? Type it in the chat or just say it out loud. How do you feel about this song? So somebody said it was good. Somebody said they loved it. And what
it's fine.
You said it's what, Cyrus?
It's fine.
It's fine. Now, some of y'all will realize in this class that you don't really like songs that are slow. And some of y'all, you really, really enjoyed it. It made you feel calm. It made you feel peaceful. So that's an example of how a slow tempo can still be energetic, right? Miss Izzy, Miss Cuppy, and Miss Johnson got energetic even though we were playing slow. So that's a little bit how we can really manipulate music so that it still sounds good, but it's at different tempos, how fast or slow the song is. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Two more turns.